normally the What's going on, nation? ukvapeuk here, and welcome. Oh, I'm so pumped. You know, when Steamcrave release something, I get pumped. But today, I'm extra pumped. First of all, this is the V2 of one of my favorite RTAs. So I couldn't wait. I was waiting for so many years for this release. And it's a good one. Second of all is that I am in talks with Steamcrave to... they actually already sent me, is on the way, some material, so they're gonna start to send me material. That's my biggest dream, you know. Steamcrave finally in talks to me, be one of the, you know, sponsors, if you want to call it, of the challenge, selling me things so I can show you guys. So the V2, what are the changes? Not too much. I mean, the airflow is completely redesigned. The juice flow control is different. The top cap is different. The deck is exactly the same. The interior is going to be exactly the same. This one is going to hold 8 ml or 16 ml with the extension. But the extension, I love it. It's that metal thing. It's not that big a glass anymore. The only thing is you have to stay till the end to see if it's better than the V1 or not. But obviously we go through all of that on the up and close. So what we're going to do now, we're going to dive down. Okay, so here is the box where your Aromamizer, your Plus V2. Now it is 30 mils like the previous versions. Now I have here the first one. This is the OG version. Okay, it's slightly taller, as you can see. I mean, I don't know which glass I have here, but obviously it can go a bit lower than that. You can see all the airflow is different. The top cap is different. Now is another version. This is also an Aromamizer Plus V2. They didn't name it not the V2, the V1. They didn't name it the 1.1 or the 1.5, but they changed the top cap, as you can see. This one was a little bit annoying, but they changed it to a better one. But all the rest is exactly the same. And everything is going to be, not everything, but the deck is going to be compatible there, and this one here, they're exactly the same deck, to be honest. Now, one of the changes they've done that I kind of like is 810 compatible on the top, so gun style compatible. Before it was 810, but with 2 O-rings, and some of them were a bit hard to find to actually fit there. Here you can put any one of your 810s, they will fit. I love this new engraving they have on the top, very, very deep, very nice. Love that. Here obviously it's going to be your filling method, very, very easy to unscrew. Like I said, on the first version of the V1, the drip tip was attached straight to the chimney. It was a bit a pain in the ass, because if you have a bigger one, everything come out. They fixed that. Look at that machining on this now. Steamcrave, you know by now, in machining, they're probably the better company coming out of China. Here's going to be obviously your filling ports. Nothing too complicated there. They have a nice knurling going on here. All the knurling is brand new. They add this knurling, it feels so nice. Now here in this configuration, you're gonna have 8 ml of e-liquid. Yes, it is a lot. You're gonna have juice flow control, so you can open. I don't know if you can see it in there. Now it's closed. Let's see if you can. And now it's open. Can you see it there? Just right there. I will show you that in a second. Airflow. Now they add a lot of airflow configurations in here. It is a bit stiff because obviously it's dry. So you're gonna have these sleds right here. You can go to have 2 of them, or you can go bananas and have all of it on a comb. This one is slightly smoother than the first one. I think adding the honeycomb right here in the beginning of the side of the RTA is better than having in the bottom. Feels much better. Here, typical design of Steamcrave, kind of very easy. You know, if you want to change your coils and everything, you just take that off, and the deck can. There you go. It was because I normally. Okay, so normally the deck stays in there. Okay, it's just because I cleaned it and it was a bit sticky, but this is the thing I like about Steamcrave. If you want to change your bill, you're not going to lose any of your juice. You just put it like that, take that off, take your bill deck, and you're ready to go. Look at this machining. Now the deck, we can go over it right now. I mean, it is exactly the same deck as you saw previously in a lot of other aromamizers, and it works great. It's simple to build, simple to wick. You know, it's a postless deck. It's gonna be compatible with the V1, so you know, if you want to change, or if you want to have the mesh deck or the series deck or even the velocity style deck, they do a lot of decks. That's the thing, they do a lot of compatible things. I like that. Now if you want to go a bit further, now this thing they call it the RDTA, because you can convert it to, here we go, the glass, you can convert it to an RDA if you want to. I mean, you take all of that and you're only gonna have this right here, and it's gonna be an RDA. To be honest, I like to use it in an RTA mode. I think is much better. Now here obviously is gonna be a chimney. You can take it out, you know, to go a bit further to clean. This also comes out, as you can see. All the machine, mine is all wet there. I can always leave it wet. It's even a little bit of juice. Look at this machining. This thing is just perfect. So here is going to be your juice flow control, and I love that they add this knurling that comes out a little bit, because it's way easier to adjust the juice flow control. So as you can see now, it's completely open. If you close it, it's going to be completely closed. Very easy. I love the new design that they went to, and that the airflow is going to be exactly the same. I mean, it is different, but the way it comes in is going to be the same. Now, if you want to go from, like I say, 8 ml to 10 ml to 16 ml, you're going to attach. So you're going to have this extension, obviously here. Here we go, like so. Okay, I'm really sorry, my battery just died on me. So the thing you want to do, this is your top filling, your normal top filling. So what you want to do is attach your the extra chimney right here, the one they give you in the packaging, like so. So you attach it right here. Okay, you have it there. Then you attach this thing that you just done to this thing right here. You're gonna end up with something like that. Now obviously you have to put this glass on. Here we go, and then attach here this, and that's it. Here you're gonna be able to have 16 ml. I like they done this extension. Before it was a massive glass, it didn't look that good. Now it's gonna look, it's gonna be taller, but it's gonna look awesome, and you're not gonna lose flavor, to be honest. If you lose, let's say 1% over 100%, is not much you're gonna lose. So here you're gonna have, obviously, you're still gonna have your filling top cap and your bottom. So yeah, it's gonna be a taller tank. But if you want to use 16 ml, you can. Now you also technically could go take that off, okay, and you could go like this, okay, and have no glass in it. Now obviously you're not going to be able to see how much juice you have in there, but to be honest, they don't promote this option, but to be honest, to have this option, look at this thing looks like a weapon. It looks awesome, to be honest. I mean, it looks like a massive RDA. So obviously you're going to have 8 ml as well, but you're not going to have glass. Now today we're going to run in normal. I don't know what's going on with me. I always drop something when I'm on the dive down. So today we're going to use the normal option. Okay, nothing too crazy. I kind of like it. The 8 ml that they provide you here, it looks kind of sexy. Another quick thing before we go, I forgot to mention that reducers, if you want to reduce your airflow. To be honest, I think here you're going to be able to do a lot of reducing your airflow, but if you want to have it really tight or a different draw, you can use this. And obviously if you have the extension, you're going to use one here and one obviously in here, yeah, and you're going to have your extension. That's why they give you two. But today we're going to use it in a normal mode like that, kind of shorty, still 8 ml. So we just gonna put some cotton here. I'm gonna show you how to put some cotton here and juice it up. Okay, so here is where many people don't like to wick this idea. They say it's gonna leak. To be honest, as soon as you get it, it's gonna be one of the easiest ones to actually wick. Obviously, I've been doing it for years in all these decks. I'm kind of used to. Now, this is not comb out. This is more like put all those fibers facing the same way. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, and just very, very lightly. Now, what you want to do is cut it just after the deck a little bit, okay? Just about right here, like so. That's what, about 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters of wicks. Here we go. I kind of do it with my eyes closed, to be honest. And then you want to put it there like so. Now you don't want to go through the small hole on the bottom. I'm going to show you that in a second. You don't want to do that. You just want to put it right here in kind of this sleeve. Here we go. And then you're also going to have your juice flow control. That's going to be your best friend. Because if your wick is not right, still going to be able to kind of manage with the juice flow control. You know, open more or less depending on what you need. To be honest, the way I wick, I always have it wide open with no issues at all on leaking or dry hits. No issue. Here we go. Now the cool thing about this is you can grab your tank like so. Here we go. And put it like kind of like that, and then just turn it. Here we go. As you can see, now mine are just poking a little bit. You can have even less poking than that, and it should be fine. As long as this hole is all covered, you don't have to come out like mine are coming a little bit, but as long as it's covered, you shouldn't have any issues with the wicking, you know, like flooding or even dry hits. Now touch this back on. One thing you definitely want to do is have always your juice flow control closed. That always help. I'm probably not going to have 8 ml here, to be honest, of juice in this bottle. But, okay, we're going to use what we have. That's it. And put your top cap back on, and it's going to be ready to be vaped. So we're going to come back on top, tell where you can get it price, and we run to pros and cons. Alright, and we're back, and that was the up and close for the Aromamizer Plus V2. So where you can get it in price? Anywhere in the world. Now the advanced kit is gonna go for about between 55 to 60 pounds depending where you want to get it. If you want to get just the normal deck, not with the mesh deck, it's gonna go for about 35 to 40 pounds. Not bad at all a price for a Steamcrave. Now, one of the things that I want to say, if you're not into mesh, if you're not really lover about mesh, I will get the normal kit. If you like mesh, get the the advanced kit, and you're gonna get the mesh deck. So let's go to pros and cons. Look, cons. I don't have any cons because they kind of fix. I don't want to say they fix because I love the V1 the way it works. I just wish the juice flow control was different, was easy to adjust. But when it gets juice in there, it is easy. Also the airflow on that one, the ring was very loose, and they fixed that. The top cap, even though they fix it late versions of the V1, this top cap with the 810 drip tip, I love it. So I think here they really covered their back, and this thing looks sexy. So pros. The new top cap with the 810 drip tip, I love that because you're going to be able, a lot of people are going to have 810s as well, and 510s, but you're going to be able to use your 810s, not with the two O-rings like smoke style. I love that you can use your 810s on the top. Love the new engraving on the top. I love it. Just deep, feels very good, looks good. 8 mls with this short glass. Look at that. This is a short tank. I mean, I think this one is 10 mls. And it's way bigger. This one looks so much sexy. Or you can have completely in metal if you want so. You're not going to be able to see your juice, but you can have it. or even the 16 mLs, you're still gonna have this short glass and have that metal barrel holding 8 more mLs. It's gonna look tall, but it's gonna look sexy. Airflow, it is completely redesigned. It is kind of the same concept, but it is redesigned. Before, the honeycomb was deep inside. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it right here. It's gonna be very, very deep inside. Now they brought it closer to the end of the RTA, and I think it makes even smoother. It is wonderful. You're also gonna have more airflow options. You're gonna have 3 slots, 2 slots, or 1 slot. So that's gonna help as well. I love the new juice flow control. The knurling coming out a little bit is gonna be way easy to grab, way easy to adjust. The O-rings, the restriction O-rings on the airflow are a bit tighter, so even when it gets juice, it's very, very nice to adjust. No issues in there. They also put knurling on the bottom where you unscrew to take your deck. Love that. And they make everything back compatible. So all the new decks they're releasing is going to be compatible with the V1. And all the decks from the V1, even though they're about the same as this one, is going to be compatible with this one. I love that. Steamcrave is always thinking outside of the box. That's why I love them. The machining is one of the best. Okay, like I was saying before I got interrupted by massive noise, I like that what they done with the juice flow control is way easy to adjust. You're gonna have a lot of options in airflow. So, how he vapes? He vapes pretty damn good. So, 55 watts, 0.16. I'm gonna have, oh, that's so many options. You got about 6 options here. You have 3 sleds, 2 sleds, 1 sled, okay, and then you have 3 sleds, sorry, you have 3 options of airflow. I was looking to the Ragnar, yeah, review coming soon. So you have 3 sleds, 2 sleds, 1 sled. I have 2 sleds in there, 55 watts, let's have it. Need a bit more ramp up? Yes, this is the Dovpo Odin DNA 255C, review coming soon. Let's go 60 watts, same airflow. Flavor is top notch. Now, if I had to compare the flavor between this one and the V1, it's pretty damn close. Even though if I had to give a slight advantage, I will give it to this one. I think that is a bit smoother than the first one, and the flavor is gonna pop. If you don't believe me, a lot of people don't believe me when I say that the 30ml Aromamizer V1 is amazing in flavor, and when they try it, they get very, very impressed. Let's go to the 3 slots. So the maximum airflow you could have in here. That's a lot of airflow. Obviously, your flavor's gonna mute a little bit more. I think on this one we can go, let's go 75 watts. 75 watts, you can go even more than, you can pop a lot of watts depending on the build that you have on the inside. So 75 watts, I think I have to keep an eye. I didn't put a lot of juice there. Look at that, a lot. We're gonna put it down back to 60 watts, and we're gonna go to 1 slot. Okay, now you have the 3 slots, you can cut it in half. You have the 2 slots, you can cut in half or a quarter, and you have 1 slot, you can cut it as much as you want. You always can. I'm just showing you the maximum you can get with 3, 2 and 1. So 1 slot. Now it gets restricted direct long. The flavor is gonna really, really pop. Now you could go half of it. How many? So I'm gonna leave 3 holes of 1 slot open. I'll definitely have to go about 50 watts. Here we go. It's gonna be very restricted, almost like a single coil. Too much restricted for me, to be honest. But you could go, not mouth too long, but you could go restricted. So, do I recommend? Come on, guys. Yes, definitely. I think if you were looking to grab the V1, I think now it's time to grab the V2. Even though the V1 I still recommend it. Mine, I don't know, it's probably gonna retire it, at least this one, the first one, the OG. Gonna give him some rest. He served me very, very well. I still gonna use the other one, the V1, kind of upgrade version on the top cap. But I gonna see myself using a lot of the V2, and you know I vape my V1 every single day. Not kidding. I like to have it here on the desk with a massive mug like this one right here. This is the Ragnar on the top, 35 mils, review coming soon. I have a lot of battery, I have a lot of juice, and I have flavor. So when I'm editing and doing stuff on my computer, I like to have it, or watching a movie. It's just wonderful. And for people who drive and stuff like that, it's gonna be easy to have a lot of juice available with a big mod and a lot of battery. So definitely recommend another banger from Steamcrave. So we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for everything. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to join my Patreon. The link is gonna be down below. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Till there, keep vaping.